Initially, when we started out, we were just WLAX channel 25, and I think we put WEUX on the air around 93. That's how we progressed and ended up being FOX25, FOX48.
I was called by Tom Hogan in 1986. He had just started at this TV station. It was a new TV station just trying to get into the market. And he called me up out of the blue and says, would I come and put a truck together to broadcast from? And I was kind of questioning, okay, well, what are you actually doing? He said, well, we're putting a new TV station in the La Crosse market. We're broadcasting from this truck for about 6 months. So we went through the winter, which was very cold. Oh, it was cold. I think we had some space heaters in there, and it took 2 people to run it because everything was mechanical. They finally got the TV station going and broadcasting, and it was like 5:30 in the evening. One of the guys runs out of the building and goes, does anybody know how to switch? So I immediately volunteered and got in a truck and started was kind of sloppy. I'm sorry to laugh, but it wasn't the best looking thing at the first broadcast. And then they didn't tell me the first day that we were only on the air for about an hour. So that was our first day. I don't think we kept broadcasting for the rest of the day. We tried again for the next day to start.
A lot of the transmitter stuff was, you literally kept the thing on the air with a 2x4. Just, you made stuff up if you had to. It was quite interesting.
This is a home-built device I used to control our old transmitter. I built this out of electronic parts. I found this neat little rack thing I could put the circuitry in, and they would be plugged into here, and then through a remote control unit I could turn power on and off to these 2 devices. The control circuitry would come in here and get power to those devices, and we'd be on the air again.
It never failed for us, so it was interesting in what we had to come up with because we couldn't afford the real stuff. Now as for the technology, it comes fast.
The biggest change is when everything became server-based and worked through computers. With 3/4 inch and all the other tape machines, you had so many moving parts that they broke down all the time. It was constant repair and maintenance. There was pretty much not a week that would go by that we didn't go off the air somehow.
I think the goals for the station are trying to stay ahead of the technology in the sense that you see the stuff come out with our current company ownership. They appear to be able to keep us on that edge.
Things have gotten quite a bit more reliable.
We'd be using tinfoil and glitter to make flashy promos and stuff like that. We didn't have a lot of talent, so we would be actually using station personnel. We had the talent, the people behind the scenes working and writing up stuff, but it was like, we don't have the equipment to do it, so what can we do, what can we use? I think the big turning point for WLAX and WEUX as a whole was NFL.
When they got the NFL and the NFC especially, that changed us so dramatically because now we had the Green Bay Packers.
At that point, it was like everybody wanted to stay and be on the NFL. And that really made a difference for our sales staff and the recognition. People were actually calling up and going, hey, what can I do to pick you up? You know, like before it was like, if I can get you, I can get you. Now they wanted us. If I could describe how FOX2548 operates or exemplifies what the people here are all about, is excellent. It doesn't matter whether it's raining outside, snowing, or whatever. We know that in order to keep the signal on the air, we have to have people behind the scenes working master control. We have to be available at a moment's notice when the phone rings, and out the door we go. We manage to work together in situations that most people would find hard to organize. I think what we keep in mind is that each one of us has a job that we have to do because it relates to the rest of the staff. Like if we're not on the air, the salespeople don't have a product to sell. In the sense that we all act like a family, we all have to care about what's behind. This is what we're about, this is why we work here, this is why folks rely on us, and this is why they have our telephone number. regardless of when and where we're at.
It's just an interesting job. It's just not boring. It's every day is a different challenge. Even when you think you know everything, you don't, because something new is right around the corner.
You have that pace of life that says you can learn more. And every day you come in, it's not boring. Continue to tune into Fox 2548. We do it all for you.
Just keep on watching Fox 2548. We appreciate your viewership.